Welcome to the Encouraging Cup. I'm Dr. Boomer Brown with Doing Good at Work. On the Cup, we've been talking about the 5 languages of appreciation at work. And so far, we've talked about words of affirmation, which about 46% of people like words of affirmation when you're trying to express appreciation. We've talked about quality time, spending quality time with people. About 26% of people prefer that. And last time we talked about acts of service. 22% of people prefer that. So what are the final 2 languages of appreciation? Well, one is the one that most people think is number 1. However, it is the 4th, and only 6% of people prefer tangible gifts. Now, we're talking about tangible gifts. We're understanding the person who we're going to express appreciation to, and that person may have particular preferences in the gifts they received. We're not talking about hats. We're not talking about coffee mugs or pens. We're talking about personal items, personal things that people like. It might be something like movie tickets, a dinner with a significant other, an evening out, tickets to particular ball games, athletic events, dramas, plays, and shows. There are lots of ways that you can find out what the other person likes, and then you could get a tangible gift that would proverbially scratch where it's itching. You know, gifts are important. It's the way that we express our kindness and love toward other people. But bear in mind, there are other ways to show your appreciation. And just going to a quick word that comes out of your mouth, trying to say something in front of a crowd of people, that might cause embarrassment. So words of affirmation might not be working. Quality time, they may not see the importance of that. Acts of service, always ask them how you can help them. And then when it comes to tangible gifts, know what the person prefers if you're going to give them a gift. The last language of appreciation, it doesn't even register on the chart. And we want to be careful in this area. This is the language that has to do with appropriate physical touch. This is where you can give the high five. You can do the fist pump. You might be able to lay your hand on the shoulder and tell someone you appreciate them, putting a couple of, of these together. But always be careful here. Know the boundaries. Refer to HR documentation of what is appropriate and what is inappropriate. See, everybody loves to receive appreciation. The surveys show that most people don't feel appreciated at work. So as coworkers, as managers, supervisors, CEOs, leaders, bosses, whoever you are in the workplace, you can become the person who shares with others how much you appreciate them and finding out what they really like. Now you say, well, I haven't taken the 5 languages of appreciation survey, referred to as the MBA, Motivated by Appreciation. Well, if you haven't done that, just think about the 5 ways that we've described, some of the ways that we've given you some examples in what those look like. And then talk to people. Just ask people. It's okay. A lot of times we give out sheets and we ask people when their birthdays are. We ask when their work anniversary is, or maybe if they're married or have a significant other, we ask them when that particular anniversary is. We ask them things that they like. It could be in the gift area. You could ask about words of affirmations, acts of service, quality time. What are things that they value? The idea is to get to know people. The work culture and the workplace gets better every day when we show appreciation and we work intently on purpose toward making a culture where people feel comfortable, where people feel accepted, and where people feel excited about coming to work. We hope these segments have been helpful. If you ever have any need of information about the 5 languages of appreciation of work, you're interested maybe in taking the MBA, or you'd like for us to come and do a particular webinar, lunch and learn, those kinds of things. We love doing that. All you have to do is send an email to Doing Good at Work, and someone on our staff will respond. Thanks again for watching the Cup this week. As always, we hope you return next week to the Encouraging Cup.